It's essentially a one-stop repo for every developer to get started with developing on MOI. You have links to our white papers, to our source of truth, our documentation, our community, so it gets even more easier for developers just to get started real quick.
Post-quantum cryptography is there, but there also what we can add so that we can say that decentralization is also there, and plus quantum security is also there.
But the interesting part is people are voluntarily sharing their wallet screenshots and their IDs in the Telegram and Discord as well. There is no rule or there is no threshold that people should be sharing this in the chats.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rita Krishnan, and I am so glad to be back. Thank you, Ashwin, for being there for the last community call. I truly appreciate my co-partner on this, and he is killing it. He did a great job. So, let's give him a round of applause when we can. And, let us know if you guys like this off. We can totally do that. We're always willing to hear your opinions. So yeah, with that, I would definitely like to say good morning and happy 2026. This is our first community call of 2026. So we're really excited to be building with you guys. We have a lot going on this year, and we're so excited to share all of this in the upcoming months. Our last community call 5, had a great response, and we're so happy that this happened. So keep it up, and we will definitely have more to come and more to say. So stay up to date with all of our channels. We have a couple of announcements about that at the end, but we are switching the Discord, which you will have a QR code for at the end. So let's talk a little bit more about today's community call. Today's community call is very developer wallet and real adoption focused. That was kind of what we thought we hadn't talked about in a minute. So we're here to talk to you about our community, to walk through a little bit more about what we have in store for the year, and to hopefully get you guys excited. So to start off, we do have our demo lead, Adi, back here today to give us a little bit more of an engineering update, to tell us more about how builders are actively entering our ecosystem. So take it away, Adi.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you all had a great New Year's. I'm here to drop your developer updates for 2026. Awesome. Okay, so let's get started with the first couple of big updates. We've officially rolled out a new public DevNet upgrade, which essentially has stability fixes. Everyone loves to see those. And a new version of our SDK, as we've spoken about, the JavaScript SDK. Now, what this update means, it's a pretty big update because we fully rolled out support for MAS1 and MAS2 standards. For our traditional Ethereum and Solana lovers, we have MAS1 essentially translates to your NFTs or like your non-fungible tokens, and your MAS2 essentially translates to the multi-token standard, which we have full native support for on our SDK now, which is a rather big milestone we've achieved. Second thing is we've rolled out new documentation. We fully revamped our assets documentation on MOI.Technology. You can go on there to understand exactly how we're changing the entire paradigm of let's say blockchain layer ones through this new concept of native assets. We have code examples, anything that a developer needs to learn. And also with the new JavaScript SDK upgrade, we also have documentation that explains exactly how to use those, how to interact with the new asset standards, and it's a pretty big time for the SDK. And so the next thing that we've been working on is actually very exciting. We've created a suite of developer onboarding tools, primarily inspired by existing, like tools that Ethereum and Solana use. One of them is Awesome MOI. Awesome MOI is essentially a repo which contains, can I share my screen real quick? I can just show. Awesome MOI is essentially a repository that we're hosting, which essentially has your Coco docs, you have developer tools. It's essentially a one-stop repo for every developer to get started with developing on MOI. You have access to You have links to our white papers, so our source of truth, our documentation, our white papers, our community, and eventually we're also going to be adding some solved patterns over here, so it gets even more easier for developers just to get started real quick. And yeah, I mean, this is the single source of truth for any developer who wants to get started with MOI. The second tool that we've created is called MOI Sprint, which is essentially for developers who've worked with Ethereum before. I'm sure most of you have heard of this concept of speedrun Ethereum. Speedrun Ethereum is essentially a gamified way to learn how to develop on Solidity while having a front end and your like network integrations completely scaffolded, which means that we've created a platform where all you got to do is learn how to use MOI's let's say SDK and our native programming language, which is Coco, and you don't have to worry about front end, you don't have to worry about integrations. This repo contains a scaffold which essentially allows developers to bootstrap a fully working DI app on MOI. So what I'm showing you right now is a repo which essentially has all of the information that you need to get started. We've built in such a way that even a developer who has zero experience with MOI can get started immediately. Let me show you an example of how that scaffold is exactly. The way we've kind of done it is we've broken it down into missions. We have a Coco contract over here, which has a bunch of comments and instructions on how to deploy and how to use it. But the core logic comes from the user themselves. So for example, mission 1 is to essentially create a token on MOI. Mission 2 would be to like simulate a transfer from one account to another. And mission 3 would be to essentially create a simple fixed rate swap function. So essentially by the end of this, you just have to focus on the logic on the MOI, like using the MOI SDK and Coco, and you get to build your own full stack DEX, which is a really, really cool learning opportunity. And to that end, I'll just show you how the DEX looks as well. Essentially, you create tswap where you can connect your wallet using a mnemonic. Normally, I should not be showing my mnemonic, but this is a dummy account, so feel free to steal all my funds. Essentially, how this would work is you log in through your mnemonic. You can view your portfolio. So we have 9 MOI BTC, 100,000 MOI USD, and KMOI. KMOI is our native token for gas. So let me give you a quick example of how you would use this. So if I were to transfer, if I want to swap 1 MOI BTC, the fixed rate is going to give me 50,000 MOI USD in return. We can also see what the liquidity pool balance is over here. So if I were to just initiate that swap, I just flipped it around to 50k MOI USD for 1 MOI BTC. And any second now, it should confirm. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. So initially, my balance started out with 9 MOI BTC and 100,000 MOI USD. So you can see that that has essentially balanced out. But you get to build this cool looking app with actual functionality with maybe 30-40 minutes of time, and you can fully understand every step of the way of how we like what tools you need to use in order to build on MOI. And that said, that's probably one of the that's the thing we've been working on a lot recently, and we're going to be improving it to get to further chapters. So essentially, chapter 1 is just a native asset swap. Chapter 2 would talk more about logics. Chapter 3 would talk more about how to build further advanced DeFi applications on MOI. And yeah, I mean, this is for any developer who wants to get started. This is the best way to do it. And yeah, anyone who has any questions, who maybe want to contribute to this, please reach out to me. I'm always open to suggestions. And yeah, and the next update comes from MOI-Forge. MOI-Forge is our developer university developer program where we essentially work with a bunch of different universities with highly talented developers, where we give them support and guidance and potentially access to our network to take the projects forward. Boiler Blockchain from Purdue, I've built a product called Sagio, which is essentially a safe agentic orchestration platform that leverages MOI's participant-centric nature to allow agents to trustlessly communicate with each other. And just yesterday, I'm very happy to announce that we saw a very nice, very well-articulated demo of Sagio, kind of like an MVP, where the students were able to demonstrate agent registration, meaning they can essentially register an agent that follows the Google A2A standard, and have its own like agent identity as a participant within MOI, which is really cool because you can think of this way: an AI agent actually has its own mnemonic, has its own wallet, which is a great starting point for any agentic communication. Second thing that they've successfully built is agent discovery. Essentially, agent discovery, you can kind of think of it as like an explorer for agents. It has the history of each agent's interactions. For example, you can suppose you use a hotel booking agent for a particular trip. Uh, that agent's history, every single interaction, every single transaction is completed for different clients is listed there, and you can actually see how good it is, how bad it is based on its prior actions. And this is good in case you when we have a lot of agents, it helps with the selection process. And the third thing, which is I'd say the biggest breakthrough so far, is they triggered an agent-to-agent reaction through MOI. So let me try to like sell this as best as I can. Essentially, they built two agents, or they called two agents. One was like a weather bot, another one is a stock trading bot. Now, traditionally, that those two things have nothing to do with each other, but proof of concept is the fact that they were able to send a prompt to one agent and have that agent successfully communicate to another agent, and both being participants of MOI. So that's the first step to making agentic communication safe and reliable. The next step is actual context portability, which essentially means that the agent will understand what the user's intentions are before they even without even the user having to explain to them. So the long-term goal for Sagio, let me break it down with a single example, is suppose I want to go to Dubai in April for Token 2049. I open up a flight booking agent. I ask it to book me a flight on this date. Now, the next thing I do is I go to a hotel booking agent and ask it to do the same thing. But the long-term goal for Sagio is that once I log into the hotel booking agent, it reads my context and already understands that I'm going to go to Dubai on this date. These are my preferences. This is exactly what I want to do. And it automatically suggests my options right then and there. So I don't have to explain my travel details, like what date I'm going, whether I prefer business class or economy. It already knows everything. And this happens in a trustless and safe manner because we're leveraging MOI's participant centricity. And to top it all off, we're going to be putting out some posts about the Sagio demo, which we had yesterday. So keep your eyes out on our Twitter and our social media channels to find out more. And the next MOI Forge update is actually PCCOE. And I'm very excited about this because we're working with a team of some amazing developers from Pune. They're building some really, really cool projects. Two of which that I particularly want to highlight are, one is Lux AI, which is like a luxury goods product that essentially makes it's like a tamper-proof digital twin for luxury products, which uses IoT, uses NFC chips, and blockchain technology using NFTs to verify authenticity and like trace ownership with a very systematic process. And I'm going to let I think we have Dr. Sonali also on the call, who I'm very excited to hear from. So she's actually the professor in charge of this project. I'm not going to take too much of her time, but the second project is Zero Trust, which is it's a real-time misinformation and detection and verification platform that takes in inputs from any text, any social media posts, audios, images, and converts it to clean English data using multi-agent systems, and returns a clear verdict with credibility and explanations and sources. So yeah, we're really excited to see how this project goes ahead. And finally, for the dev updates, upcoming milestones, three major updates. One is me, AK, and Rahul are going to be at ETH Denver. And we're definitely looking to collaborate with some developer communities. I've personally been to Denver about 3 years in running right now, and the hackathon's always crazy over there. So if any of our community members, any of you guys are planning to be there at Denver, make sure you hit us up so we can, we can engage with you all, we can meet you all, we can do some really cool stuff, potentially even hand out some merch. We have some really cool hoodies in the locker. A couple more things is we have a big Voyage UI improvement incoming, which our team's working very hard on. And the final update is the MOI Wallet web extension is going to be launched by the end of Jan. Think MetaMask for MOI on your phone and your website and web extension. But I said a lot of things. Hopefully, if any of you guys are interested in learning more about this, want to engage, I'm the DevRel, I'm Adi, I'm on all the channels. Please reach out to me, and we're always happy to onboard more projects. Thank you.
That was awesome, Adi. I know I will definitely miss you guys in Denver, but truly, 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 if any of you, viewers today or anyone you know is going, stop by, say hi to the MOI team. I promise we don't bite. We're very friendly and we're always looking to collab. So, or even just, have a good conversation. So definitely come find us, drop us a message. We're very active on Telegram these days, and, our Twitter handle is everywhere. So please do come and say hello. We have these calls to bring our community together and to, remind everyone that we're here building this for us, for our entire community. And we want you guys to be a part of it. So definitely, definitely, definitely try your best to, get involved in some way. As Adi had casually mentioned today, we have a very special guest speaker. We have Dr. Sonali Patil to talk a little bit more about our community member experience. But before I give it over to her, I would love to do the honors of introducing her a little bit because she is highly esteemed. So, Dr. Sonali Patil is an ACM senior member and IEE senior member. She's currently the professor and head of computer engineering department at PCCOE, or, forgive me if I say this wrong, the Pimpri Chinchwad College of Engineering in Pune. With deep expertise in blockchain technology and cybersecurity among emerging technologies, she serves as the chair of the IEE Pune Blockchain Group. Moreover, she is a passionate academician and researcher with over 70 research papers published in reputed international conferences and journals. Some of her notable publications include Ethical Hacking, the Need for Cybersecurity, Robust Authentication System with Privacy, Preservation, and Biometrics, and Security Enhancement of Forensic Evidences Using Blockchain, among many more that she has published. She's also published patents, including an international one on the device detection system and an Indian patent on implementation of secure bank locker system using secure secret sharing schemes and FPGA. Dr. Patil is recognized for her impactful contributions and leadership in blockchain information security and academia. So we are truly very lucky to have her. Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Patil. You can take it away now.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for this kind introduction. I am just a passionate learner in this domain and happy to be part of this call today. So here, as mentioned, I just want to tell the gathering here that because as you might have heard about the publications or the positions which I got the opportunity to handle, like I'm chairing IEEE Pune Blockchain Group and Region 10. Region 10 covers 12-13 countries in Asia, where the blockchain communities, what they are working, they are connected together, and we try to coordinate, we try to help each other, what is happening, latest happenings that we discuss every month, a call. So certainly in our next week meeting, I will talk more about MOI because really fascinated and really impressed with the kind of work this community is doing. And I'm sure because whatever we have been doing, we can certainly do better with this engagement with this community. And here as it is like, why decentralize AI? So I want to make a mention here that because even 6 months back, when we were planning to have a workshop on decentralized AI, we were really struggling to get the speakers who can really talk and who can demonstrate the decentralized AI projects. And we were fortunate to get Anant there, and the way he elaborated, all the participants were so impressed, so we could get the opportunity to connect with MOI. and that's where this journey started. And I'm sure that whatever the Adi has mentioned, 2 projects today, which PCCV has taken over, like, and I'm sure, like we were talking about one project, like context aware and all. I'm sure PCCV team will complete the taken projects, and we will demonstrate in one of the MOI call that demonstration of those projects. So here, the problem with centralized AI, we know, and we are aware that earlier for us, the thinking was like traditional blockchain. It was like to avoid single point failure and completely distributed, decentralized. But even with the like smart contract and all these things, so we realized that it is having some problems like centralized single point of failure. And also when students were trying to implement their projects with blockchain platforms like Ethereum and all, so along with time, the cost is again a factor there. So such problems were there, and that's why we were started like learning decentralized AI. And also we know that the problem with the centralization and agentic AI based lot of problems, problem statements were taken by the students, and they developed a lot of systems. And then we realized that what can be the problems with this centralized AI, and there this MOS approach is really helping us. And I'm sure that like the participants who have joined here, most of them must be regular attendees, and they know that what benefits are there of this approach of decentralized AI. And there also we need to learn a lot. Collaboratively, the learning will happen faster, and we can certainly come up with good solutions through this kind of community. So here MOS approach, as we know that context is taken, because and maybe if I will take the PCCI use case example, so luxury product authentication, for example. So it was kind of one smart contract earlier we thought, which will take care of it. But with MOS approach, we understood that maybe with respect to the distributor's perspective or the participants' perspective, owners, manufacturer perspective, they will get their own space through MOI. And also they will have the context also. Context will also get stored, and which is really give a different perspective to this. And that way, whatever, while going through this MOS approach, we could learn, and we wanted that solution, but how to do it, that those were the problems with traditional blockchains. So this context aware and getting even tracing the journey. So traceability is there with the blockchain, but not the way with the context of the participant, right? So here that way MOS approach is really useful. Yeah, and instead of talking a lot, I'm really looking to come up with this all joint project. And so 2 projects are like we are in implementation phase a lot, but here also quantum security and all. So there also we are thinking that how we can come up with post quantum cryptography is there, but there also what we can add, so that we can say that decentralization is also there, and plus quantum security is also there. So it is very interesting to learn quantum, because not today, but the way quantum is getting used by most of the organizations, and a lot of study and research is going on, we should be prepared that with blockchain, with AI, with decentralized AI, we should also consider the quantum. We should not miss the post-quantum impact on all these applications. So that way, we just started with one of the project where like, can we have a post-quantum cryptography in the software-defined network, so that without hampering the performance measure, we can have the security also. And few libraries like which will safely and securely store the key. So that way means nobody should miss the quantum also, right? So as we say that AI is getting used everywhere, decentralized AI is coming, and we all have witnessed the disadvantages of centralization. And centralized AI, when AI agents are there, a lot of problems may occur. So decentralization, we understood the importance, but along with that, quantum is equally required to be keep in mind, so that in coming future we can develop, means we will have the products which are sustainable in coming future also. And similarly with the other projects. And here, as Adi also mentioned about the luxury good, zero trust. So very interesting ideas. And even when we discuss with our student community, a lot of students are now interested to come up with a lot of ideas. And this too, even educational credential is today only the students demonstrated in one of the event, and they got really good remarks from the evaluators, because we could have some discussions with Anand sir, MOI community, and we really got good insights, and based on those inputs the students could have the refinement on the developed project. And quantum resistant networks, as I said, where we are working, and home-based cloud device, that project is also very interesting, which will help to come up with our own personal cloud. And the problem which we face when our Gmail account gets full, so that can be easily solved, and cost effective and very user friendly product. And when I'm talking about all these projects, I'm just taking the opportunity to talk here about the PCCOE. So it is Indian Institute based at Pune, near to Mumbai. So Mumbai, I'm sure everybody must be aware. So Pune is also a metro city in Maharashtra state, and so PCCOE is one of the preferred institute in Pune region and in Maharashtra, with the state level entrance exam for engineering students. And proactively it is like provide the best professional environment for engineering and management students. And we believe that along with curricular, the other supportive activities certainly help, and especially leadership to get developed through hackathons and all such kind of events. So here also we will try to post about the hackathons, which may get executed virtually, so anybody can participate there. And research focus area is like in my introduction it was mentioned that publications, patents. So especially for patents, the institute supports a lot, so they provide the platforms where we can get good support for IPRs, to register our IPRs, and students get the opportunity to think innovatively and creatively. And institute support also for the research and consultancy project, and even other platforms we try to use. So I'm sure if good idea is there, with the support of this guidance, we'll get good fund from institute also. And student involvement. So yes, we have a lot of student clubs, but related to today's event, I want to make a mention about the two things. One is like Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust. So we have PCCOE student chapter of LFDT, Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust, and there also we get the help from the various experts, and we execute various events. So next week we are hosting again decentralized AI workshop. So it is a 6 days program. Timing as per the Indian timing, it is 3 to 5, but I will try to shift it in the late evening so that most of the people can get the benefit. It is online, completely online, and good speakers are there who will talk about the decentralized AI. And another is blockchain clubs and groups. So not only PCCOE, but students and faculty team try to connect and collaboratively work with other institute in Pune region, so that we can provide a good solution. So that's about SCP. So thank you for this opportunity, and I'm really grateful to Anant for guiding us and giving this opportunity so that we could join this community.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Patel. We just have 2 quick questions for you, starting with one as a student that I would love to know the answer to. And that is, what advice would you give to students and young developers who want to start building on emerging platforms like MOI?
Right. So what happens when students get any problem? Most of the time they think on the solution, means technology, instead of design of the solution, design part of the solution. And that's why in most of the use cases, we found that students started talking about the use of blockchain and all. But when they gone through the proper designing, they understood what is required here. So context is equally important. To understand context is equally important when they are coming up with any solutions or they want to provide a solution. So understanding the problem, understanding the context, and when they have the idea, how they are putting that idea, because if they directly start about the technology and how they are providing the solution, they miss most of the things. So their impact of all these things which we have been discussing in this call also, and some solutions also mentioned, so that gets missed, and they should not hesitate to reach out to the communities which can help them, where they can contribute. So open source contribution is also, I will recommend to the young buddies who have joined here. But that really helps, and not to hesitate to discuss and put out the questions that will help them to come up with a good solution.
For sure. Thank you. And you had kind of touched on this, but to you, from your perspective, what stands out most about MOI's thinking network approach compared to other blockchain systems or traditional blockchain systems?
Yeah. So the days are I remember the days when people were thinking that Bitcoin is equal to blockchain. So Bitcoin is just one of the player in the town. So like that, and that's why we started the series Demystifying Blockchain. And today is a time that we are talking about how to get the good features of the blockchain through some other added technology. So there we found that in traditional blockchain, mostly whatever we were thinking for traceability or immutability and no central authority that way. But when there are the participants who are involved, so MOI thinking approach is really helping to think in participants' perspective. I mentioned in my earlier discussion also. So it is very much important to see that whichever parties are involved and part of the blockchain, so whether we are considering their perspective, and that leads to the context. And directed acyclic graph is already there with the blockchain, but can we have multi-level directed acyclic graph? So that way, the approach which is MOI is providing to think is really, and especially with the use case which PCCOE has taken, luxury authentication, we could come up with a very clear documentation and idea also that with the traditional blockchain, our solution, and with the MOI thinking approach, the solution. So a lot of advantages are there, and it is leading to decentralized AI. It means it is not and lot of speed up also. So suppose 5-10 minutes it will take to get on Ethereum type kind of blockchain platforms. Maybe with the MOI kind of things, we think this approach participant wise that will happen. So as per our theoretical analysis, it may happen in 2-3 seconds also. So just imagine the huge difference is there. So this the way, and context is very important, because in traditional blockchain the context is missing. The same smart contract or the same contract is used for everyone, right? Means whoever are involved with that particular thing. So here that approach is changing, and that's why I can very clearly state here that this MOI thinking approach is giving a solution for us, which for the problems which we were struggling to solve, and with the help of course, decentralized and distributed technology.
Absolutely. Thank you. And to all of our viewers and listeners today, you heard it. You heard it from the professional. You heard it from, you know, she is an expert on the field. And if she says it, it's got to be true. So, you know, if you guys need another reason to join our community and join the Momentum, this is reason enough, in my opinion. But thank you so much, Dr. Pato. I know you're definitely very busy, and this is very, very useful and very helpful. So we really do appreciate it.
Thank you, my
So
pleasure.
thank you. Last but not least, we do have a little bit more coming towards you guys about community growth and some campaign updates we have. We have Sai Karen coming back to talk to you guys a little bit more about that. So yeah, we're just excited to tell you what we have going on and what's coming up in 2026. So Sai, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Uta. Hi everyone. A quick disclaimer before we start. If my voice sounds like a low latency node, that's because I have severe cold. So please bear with me for today. I'll keep this very short, clear, and signal heavy, so that let's get into the updates. What's actually moving. So let's start with something important. Our community growth is no longer just about the numbers. We are seeing the real traction now. People are not just joining Telegram or Discord or social channels. They are also creating wallets. They are interacting on chain, and they are also showing the real intent of building on our chain. So this is actually a very big shift currently, and it means our focus is moving towards the participation from the awareness stage, and this is exactly the kind of early signal that a, a technology like MOI requires at this point. You can move on to the next slide, Rutha. So yeah, I'll walk you through the Galaxy numbers, what we have done. So we have created a Galaxy campaign. This is a perfect example for the shift that I've been talking about. We have about $5,000 of MOI token bounty live, and we'll soon announce a $50 raffle reward for one lucky participant from this campaign. So far, we have got around 50 plus wallets have been created from the single campaign alone. But the interesting part is people are voluntarily sharing their wallet screenshots and their IDs in the Telegram and Discord as well. So this is, there is no rule or there is no threshold that people should be sharing this in the chats. So this is high intent behavior from the participants. So creating a wallet is around just a click in the UI. It's participants ID. It's like the entry into the MOI ecosystem. So if you are people are watching this live, maybe scan the QR code and create your wallet right away. Now, by the time I complete the updates, I think you will be good with your wallet. So you'll also be the part of the bounty and also part of the community. So that's where the real usage, real participation happens. So yeah, move on to the next slide. Hold on for a minute, Ruta. I think let's give 1 minute for the people to scan the QR. Yeah, so these are some screenshots that we have already got on the Telegram chat. Yeah, move on, Ruta, please. So now that we are good, so what's next about this? So now that wallets have been created as a step one for the people, now the next step is the interaction. So what's next is the interaction depth. Our upcoming pause it climb campaign is designed for one thing: repeat on-chain interactions. So we are intentionally designing campaigns to increase how often people interact, how comfortable they become on chain, and how naturally MOI becomes part of their workflow. Right. This is how networks grow sustainably, not through hype, but through making it as a habit. So yeah, move on to the next slide, Ruta. So we also did a Discord migration last month. We have successfully created a new Discord officially, and without any paid push or any campaign, we have got 100 plus joins organically for the new Discord. We don't want Discord just to be an announcement channel or just a uh, place where people chat. We are building it as a long-term platform or long-term one-point communication for builders, learners, and contributors. At the same time, we are also expanding the efforts on ground. Something that we are doing it in Indian region. So, which is our MOI Campus Roadshow. So, can you go to the next slide, so, Ruta? Yeah. So this is what I've been talking about the MOI Campus Roadshow. So our second MOI Campus Roadshow is going to be live on 30th of this month, which is in Presidency University, Bangalore. This is more of a 10-hour bootcamp that we are doing in this college. It's more about fundamentals about blockchain and also about MOI, and also interacting in person with the students and see where are they and at the blockchain front. And from this specific activity, we are opening the entryway to the students in both the directions. One is the game nights, obviously, where people participate, have fun, and earn rewards with the engagement that they do. And the second one is obviously MOI Forge. Interested builders, learners can be part of our next MOI Forge and work with us and work with the core protocol team to build something really cool. So the other update that I actually waiting to give is Monkey. So we recently hit 1 million cumulative impressions for the Monkey. It's been just 2 months that we have started this campaign. We see a lot of traction, replies and reposts happening with Monkey. People who are not yet following, you can search Monkey official in Twitter and you can hit a follow. There are good influencers or the leaders, KOLs following Monkey already. So I think you already missed it if you're not following. So yeah. Ruta, can you go back to the previous slide? I think I missed an update. Yeah. So So community calls are also evolving in recent times. So we are not just giving an update; we are also making it as a participation to the people who join. We'll also focus on native assets, education and onboarding, developer walkthroughs, and real stories from people who are building and learning on MOI, just like. Before Dr. Sonali ma'am have given an wonderful update on the PCCOE. Similar way, we are also trying to get more people who are actually building on chain. So we have already planned an annual calendar for the next set of community calls for the 2026. Hopefully, we'll shoot it on the social channels very soon, so people know when to show up and why. So that's something that is the reason behind the community call calendar. So yeah, move on to the next slide, Ruta. So yeah, this is how you can get involved on with MOI. If you scan, you'll be able to see our social channels. So our roadmap announcement will be announced on X and Telegram. You can also participate in Monkey and Odyssey programs that we already have in the channels. And yeah, so I would like to conclude one thing. I'll close my part with one thing. If there is one takeaway from today, it's this. Our community growth is no longer numbers, no longer theoretical. People are creating wallets. They are interacting on chain. They are showing interest, and they are showing consistently being part of our calls. And I believe this is our strongest signal to the world that any network can have at this stage. We are just getting it started. There are more to go. So yeah, that's all from me for today.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you, Sai. Wow, sorry, I was a little close to the camera there. But thank you, Sai. I think you kind of, like you said, brought more to life. We are no longer just an idea. We're no longer just,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna do this. There's so much more. There's so much to come. There's so much that we're doing. Please join our Discord community. We want to build this with you guys. This is not, something that we do and then just give it to you guys. So we want your feedback. We want, to push this momentum. So, if you know anybody, if you are a developer, if you're just a member, join, see what we have, see what you want to do and how you want to contribute, because we are always looking for new thoughts and voices. So please, please, please do sign up for the MOI wallet campaign. I will pull up the QR code again. So definitely create your wallet. You're going to kick yourself later if you don't. So do that. We had a really great conversation about MOI Forge and, all our DevRel updates. We had a great guest speaker today. Once again, thank you, Dr. Patel, for your time. I know that I am certainly getting more and more excited every time we do these, because more and more of you show up, which means that you guys care too, and we love that. So we'll let you guys go a little bit early today. Thank you so much for your time. We're looking forward to seeing you guys in February with more updates. And yeah, have a great one, guys. Thank you so much. And remember, your voices are meant to be heard here. So please contribute and please give us whatever you want to say in our Discord channel or on our X pages. So keep a lookout and thank you. Happy Friday, everybody.